Hello, welcome to Max Wellness membership for Monday evening's class. Tonight we will be focusing on twisting. So we are going to wring out the old and bring out the new. So why don't you go ahead and get seated in a cross-legged position. And I like to pull the flesh out from underneath the sits bones, the ischial tuberosities, the attachments for your hamstrings. And stacking each vertebrae one on top of the other, slightly tucking your chin. Go ahead and you can either leave your hands open or you can do a mudra here. This is really good for focus. So you can put your hands down if you're feeling like you need to bring in a little bit of energy or if you need to bring in some energy or have a little extra spare to give out to the universe. So let's go ahead and close our eyes first. And letting your jaw be soft. Slightly pressing your lips together. And just breathe. And we'll just sit here in this moment in a cross-legged position. Not doing anything special with your breath at this point. Just observing. Slowing down the mind. You start slowly deepening your breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out your mouth. Let it all out. And again, inhale through your nose, opening up the rib cage, letting it come all the way through the front, the sides, the back, and exhaling, exhale out your mouth, letting your ribs knit in together, squeezing your abdomen, imagining your belly button dropping to the front of your spine. And do this for 2 more rounds, inhaling through the nose. Let it be omnidirectional and very expansive, opening up, filling up the lungs, filling up the lower third of your lungs, and exhale. Open up your mouth, squeezing everything out. Imagine when you exhale as if you're fogging up a mirror. Do this one more time. Inhale. Exhale, HA. Let it all go. This time, inhale through your nose. Closing your mouth, sealing your lips. Exhale out your nose with your mouth closed. Do this for 2 more rounds at your own pace. Coming into your body, into the space, energetically sweeping the day away. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up and being here, being fully present, taking the time for the self-care, the self-love. Taking the time, the 60 minutes of me time. Taking another breath, inhaling, and dedicate your practice to someone or something that may need a little more energy, a little extra love. Maybe to your spouse or your neighbor. Maybe to the world. Take a couple more breaths. Gently opening your eyes, fluttering your eyes open. And just observe how you're feeling after these few moments of breath. And let it out. We'll bring our hands to the side We're going to inhale, circle sweep, arms up, high to the sky, palms to face each other. Let your shoulder blades roll down and back. And exhale, gentle twist to the right. Bringing your right palm behind you, left hand in front, keeping your spine nice and tall, tucking your chin as you look over your shoulder, squeeze everything out. Inhale, bring arms up together into the center, and exhale to the other side. Right palm in front, left hand behind for a gentle twist. We're just warming up the spine, so don't feel like you have to do anything super crazy. Inhale to the center, and exhale, twist to the other side. And breathe. Inhale, arms up, rolling your shoulders down and back. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right palm in front, left hand in back. Do this one more time. Inhale, come up to center, and we'll twist one last time. Just warming everything up. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back up to center. And exhale your hands back down to the side. Good. You roll your shoulders up and back. Really feeling the ball and socket, the head of the humerus. Maybe a couple neck rolls. Gently warming up your neck. You can pour your head to one side. Just do what feels good in your body right now as we warm everything up, being soft and gentle. And breathe. Bring your head back to center. This time let's deep twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, super sweep arms up. And exhale, this time bring your left palm onto your right knee for a little bit more of a spinal twist. Right palm behind your sacrum, sitting up nice and tall. And really twist behind, turning your head as far back as you can, see as far as you can over your right shoulder, twisting your eyes. Take a breath in, a breath out, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale back up to center, and we'll exhale, twist the other side, bringing your right palm onto your left knee, bringing your left palm behind your sacrum for a little bit of a deeper spinal twist. Rolling your shoulders down and back. Good, and breathe. Take a nice big inhale, release a little bit, and exhale, twist a little bit deeper, twist all the air out. And your next inhale, come back to center, arms up. Exhale, let's twist one more time to the right, left palm on your right knee, right palm behind your sacrum, and really give a good twist. Good, maybe smile. Let's enjoy this time and this yoga and these shapes. On your next inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, deep twist to the other side. Continue sitting tall in your sits bones. Be sure to be even. Inhale back up to center, and exhale your palms down to your side. Walking your right fingertips out maybe just a couple inches from your body. Lay your palm flat. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, pour over your right side body. So really opening up the left side body and finding a little bit of a crunch on the right side. And pull it, twist your chest open up towards the sky. So if you feel like you're falling forward, really open up and pour over, keeping both sits bones on the ground. Inhale, reach a little bit farther. Exhale, pour a little bit more. You can look up at your arm or to the side or down to the ground, whatever feels good in your body today. No judgment. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, pour to the other side, to the left side. Twisting your torso. Imagine you have a flashlight on your sternum, pouring up to the sky as you pour over, keeping both sits bones on the ground. And breathe, opening up your quadratus lumborum on the right side. It's a deep hip hiker. Some people consider it the deepest abdominal muscle. Inhale, come back up to center. And let's go ahead and pour over onto the right side one more time. Opening up all the sides of the spine and the vertebrae, getting the fluids moving through, keeping the joints limber and fresh. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, pour over your left side, opening up right side body. Keeping both sits bones on the ground. Imagine if you have a string on your fingertips pulling your arm just a little bit more to open up that side body. Inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, both hands on the mat. Good. Breathe. Inhale, let's roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Tight, 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 tight. And exhale, roll them down and back. Shoulder rolls. Inhale, shoulders all the way up. Tight, 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 tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, roll them down. This time they'll roll forward like you have little bat wings, just moving through the air. You can move your torso. Just do what feels good in your body, just warming up the spine. Maybe putting your hands on your knees and rocking forward and backwards. So just lubricating all of the joints and warm everything up. Some neck rolls. When you're ready, go ahead and come back to center, finding your peace, finding your stillness, finding your breath. And let's come onto all fours, onto our hands and knees for a couple of rounds of cat-cows now that we've warmed up our spine a little bit. Dropping your knees directly below your hips. Have your palms directly coming below your shoulders and really push out. So if you start to feel like you're collapsing, use the serratus anterior muscles. The side muscle here, it actually looks like a serrated knife. And so you want to engage those. And what that does, it literally rolls your scapula and your shoulder down and back. So you're not rolling forward and you're not hanging out. Engage your abdomen, tucking your tail ever so slightly. So if your booty is up, find the length in your spine. Open up your hands like nice big starfish. Imagine you have suction cups on each fingertip and in the center of your palm. Opening up your palm and suction cupping both hands down to the mat. Good. Go ahead at your own pace. Do a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling into your cat or your cow. Exhale into your cat like a Halloween cat. Really drop your tailbones using your lower abs to bring your lower abdomen into the upper rib cage, lower rib cage, pushing your upper back out. And to go at your own pace, inhale and exhale. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. You might want to find some movement in your arms as you get into your cow. Rolling back into your cat. So remember, this is your yoga practice. This is your time. You know what feels good and best in your body. This is yoga practice, not yoga perfect. So all of our shapes may be a little bit different, and you may feel different from today versus tomorrow. So no judgment, just exploring and playing. And we'll come to a neutral spine. We're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So roll over your toes and push back into your first downward facing dog. And feel free to go ahead and pedal out your feet left and right and left, warming everything up. Just noticing how you feel here. Really hoisting your hips high to the sky. Rolling your shoulders down and back, keeping your starfish hands. Let your neck be long and breathe. If you need to, you can keep a nice soft bend in your knees until you begin to warm up. And then you can slowly push further back into your downward facing dog. At any time, if this becomes too much, you can always come down into your child's pose, knees nice and wide, toes to touch, big toes to touch, arms nice and long. You can always go into embryo, bringing your arms to your side. Down dog should be a resting pose. And we don't know what's going on. Every day is different. So no judgment come into your child's pose if you need to. Otherwise, we'll just stay here for a couple more breaths. Feet should be hip width distance apart, so that's 2 fists in between your feet. If you need to, you can walk your hands back and put your hands in between your feet. That's hip distance. And we'll come down onto all fours, and this time let's everyone come together for a child's pose. Pressing your forehead onto the mat, opening up your third eye, connecting the 2 halves of your brain together, and breathe. We're going to wring out the shoulders a little bit for threading the needle. So take your right hand, bring your right arm, identify your right arm, and thread the needle underneath your torso, keeping both sits bones back onto your hips, pushing back onto your hips. You can have your forehead on the mat, or you can put your right ear on the mat, opening up your right shoulder. For a little bit of a twist. Continue to breathe. One more breath. On your next inhale, bringing your right arm forward. Exhale, threading the needle other side, bringing your left arm underneath your torso. Keeping your right arm active, meaning bringing your elbow up off the mat. Your right elbow. Let your right arm be long. Make sure you can see. Again, you can have your forehead on the mat or your left ear on the mat. On your next inhale, bringing your left arm nice and long, child's pose. On your next inhale, come up onto all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take 3 breaths here. Feel free to go ahead and sigh it out. On your next inhale, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, bringing your knee in, tucking your tail, bringing your lower abs, squeezing your lower abs, bringing your knee all the way up to your nose. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it across, right knee to right elbow, keeping your right leg up as high as possible towards the elbow. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Good. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're just warming up. Inhale, left leg lifts, knee to nose. Exhale, bring it in all the way. Squeeze using your lower abs, rounding out your upper back. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, let's bring it across. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath. Exhale through your nose. Really warming up the chi, warming up the blood. Inhale, right leg lifts. Do it again. Exhale, squeeze your knee all the way to your nose. And hold it here and breathe. Bringing up your knee a little bit higher towards your torso. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Knee to nose. Bring it on home. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your heels high, knees low, down to the mat like turbo dog. So really coiling up like a spring. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat, feet between your hands. Find the hip distance with your two fists in between your feet. We're gonna do a ragdoll, just grabbing opposite elbow pits and just hanging out here. This is an inversion pose, finding a new perspective. If you need to, feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. And as you exhale, you can slowly lengthen out your legs, lengthen out your hamstrings. Shaking your head no for no more negativity. Shake your head yes for all the good things to come. And breathe. Releasing your palms onto the mat. Bending your knees. Inhale, super sweep, arms all the way up high to the sky. And exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Inhale, super sweep all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands through the center, bringing your hands all the way to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, place your hands down in the mat, step it back, high plank pose. Hold it here. Pushing your heels towards the back wall. Engaging your core, pushing up out of your palms, out of your shoulders. Engaging the whole backside body, engaging your glutes. And continue to breathe. Bringing your knees and shins all the way down to the mat. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank pose. Keeping your elbows in towards your rib cage, bringing your belly, chin, and chest to the mat. Inhale up for baby cobra, engaging your glutes, leaving the tops of your feet onto the mat. Your arms should be like little grasshoppers. And inhale, using your back, lifting up your chest, opening up your chest. And exhale, bring it down to the mat. Slowly push yourself up, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, bringing your knees to the mat. Exhale, all the way down, low plank pose. Bring it all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upper body up. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Low lunge, placing your right foot onto the mat next to your right hand. Bringing your back leg, your left leg onto the mat. You can either leave your foot flat or you can be high on your toes. Inhale, arms up, high to the sky. And sink forward. Pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Rolling your shoulders down and back. And exhale, sink back. You can either stay high on your leg here if you have blocks. This is a great place for blocks. Sink back, or you can come all the way back if that's accessible to you, keeping your back nice and long. Inhale, nice and long torso. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come up, low lunge, arms up. Exhale, place your hands back down to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, other side, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Low lunge, bringing your left foot towards your left palm, placing your right shin on the mat. Inhale, come up, arms up, palms face together, fingers nice and wide. Or you can have your palms, your fingers together to seal it all in. Sink forward, right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale, sink it back for a half split. There you go. Or you can stay up high here. So you should really feel it coming in your hamstring. And if it's accessible, then you can sit back, sitting up nice and tall and lean forward. Inhale, come back up, arms up. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank pose, chaturanga. If you can, keep your legs long and straight. If you need to, bring your legs down to the mat. For chaturanga, low plank pose. Hold it here. Inhale, upward facing dog or low baby cobra. Push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high, knees low, look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, super sweep all the way up. Exhale, sink it back, chair pose. Look down, can you see all 10 toes? Tucking your tail, bringing it in and then sinking. And it's okay if your chair is here. It's okay if you need to bring your hands to your heart center. Really rooting down into the heels and the balls of your feet. See if you can lift all 10 toes up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. This time we're going to go into a crescent lunge, so stay high on the ball of your back foot, bringing your right foot forward, lengthening out your left leg. Inhale, torso up. See how high you can get on the back foot. And exhale, sink it down into your front leg. Is your right knee tracking over your second toe? And check to make sure, are you strong in the back foot? And exhale, we're going to bring a twist, bringing your right arm behind you, left palm in front for a little bit of a twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, place your hands down, step it back, high to low, let it flow, or meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, high lunge, bringing your knee to your nose. Exhale, placing your left foot onto the mat. Inhale, up, crescent lunge. Find your crescent. Pulling your right hip forward, left hip back, rolling your shoulders down and back. Good, and breathe. This time we're going to swing our left arm back, right arm forward for a twist. And breathe. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, place your hands down on the mat. You know what to do. Chaturanga, high to low, let it flow, or meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, heels high, knees low, look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, super sweep, arms up, high to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. This time, let's bring our hands to the heart center. And breathe. Vicky, I want you to stand up a little bit. Bring your torso back. So go ahead and come into standing all the way. Engage your glutes. Lift all 10 toes up off the mat. Feet hip width distance apart for you. And exhale, bring your arms up high to the sky. And then just sit back as if there's a chair behind you. So even if you're right here, good. So bring your torso up, tucking your tail. Good, beautiful. And we'll stay here. Bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna twist to the right. So bringing your left elbow outside your right thigh for a twist. Bringing your hands to your heart center. And if you want, you can open up your arms or leave your hands at heart center. Look down, can you see all your toes or your knees over your feet? Inhale, bring your hands back together. Come back to center, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, super sweep, arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your breath. Inhale, super sweep up high to the sky. Exhale, sit it down, chair pose, bringing your hands to your heart center. We're gonna twist to the other side. So bringing your right elbow outside your left thigh. With a twist, make sure your shins are back. Twisting your spine. Again, you can look up, you can look to the side, or you can look down. And breathe. You can bring your arms open. Bring your hands back to heart center. Come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Woo! Are we all feeling it? Let's shake it out a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, slowly bring your torso all the way up. We'll come to a mountain pose, rolling your shoulders down and back. Bringing your feet together, tucking your tail, engaging your glutes, engaging your abdomen, engaging your triceps, opening up your chest. Good. And breathe. Feeling the power, feeling your strength, rooting down into the earth. Inhale, super sweep, arms up high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it down, crescent lunge. Inhale, torso up. Exhale, open it up for a warrior two. So bringing your back foot at directly 90-degree angle with your mat. Finding the nice shape in your front leg. Again, is your right knee tracking over the second toe. Opening up arms nice and wide, looking through your middle finger of your front arm. This is a very strong standing pose. Warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm, lean forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm up high to the sky. Let your left arm be back on your back thigh. And again, looking up to the side or looking at your back foot. Make sure you're not gripping with your toes. Can you lift your toes up off the ground? And breathe. Maybe sink a little bit more into your front leg. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Exhale, super sweep all the way down to the mat. Step it back, high to low, let it flow, or meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, place your left foot down. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms up. Find your crescent, pulling right hip forward, left hip back. Open it up, warrior two. Nice. Let your chest be broad and open. Feeling the strength in your triceps. So if I were to come along and push on your arm, it wouldn't go anywhere. It would just be right where it is. And let's smile and breathe. Sink down a little bit more into your front leg. rolling on the knife edge of your back foot. See if you can lift your big toe up off the mat on the back foot. So we're opening up our adductors through here, finding strength in the left quadricep as we open up backside. Inhale, flip your palm, lean forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm back leg, left arm up, high to the sky. Try and keep your head in alignment. So if it's flopping forward or backwards, see if you can keep it in alignment. So again, if you need to look to the side or your back leg, sink down a little bit more in your front leg and breathe. Inhale, come back up to your warrior two. Exhale, super sweep, hands down to the mat, step it back, high plank pose. Everyone, high plank pose. Let's hold it here, pushing your heels back towards the back wall, engaging your core, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment and breathe. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. HA. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. This time, seal your lips. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your nose. Let's come down for a child's pose. Open up your knees nice and wide, toes to touch, arms nice and long, forehead on the mat. Take a breath. Inhale, come back on up to your downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through crescent lunge, right foot down. Inhale, torso up high on the ball of your back foot. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Flip your warrior. Inhale, reverse. Finding your grounding, finding your feet, finding your legs. Vicky, open up your legs a little bit more as if you're on a railroad track. So you want to make sure your feet aren't on a tight wire. Have your feet open like a railroad track. And a little bit longer, you have really long legs. There you go, and sink down a little bit more. Really engaging the quadricep here. So we're finding, again, strength on this side and opening up length on the adductors on the inside of the leg. So your hips should be rolled down and back. Rolling your sacrum down with a little bit of a squeeze in these lower abs. And hold it here. Flip and reverse. Exhale, side angle, bringing your right forearm onto your right thigh. Open up your left arm high to the sky. And this time, take your left hand and put it behind your back. If you can, put it behind your sacrum, or if you can, grabbing your right thigh. For a little bit of a twist. Shining that flashlight high to the sky. Release your top arm. And circle sweep all the way down to the mat. Step it back, high plank pose. Hold it here and breathe. Pushing your heels to the back wall. Engaging your shoulders. Pushing the floor away from you. Inhale, tip forward onto your toes. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, come up. Upward facing dog or baby cobra. If you're an upward facing dog, make sure that your legs are up off of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Left side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through, knee to nose, placing your left foot on the mat. Crescent lunge, inhale, torso up. Good, breathe, stay high on the ball of your back foot. See if you need it even higher. And then you can sink down a little bit more into your front leg. Finding the strength in your left quadricep. Lengthening out your back leg, lengthen it out, there you go. Open it up, warrior two, back foot parallel with the mat. So it's literally, you're just swinging your right arm back and you go twist your back foot. See if you can be on the knife edge, lifting up your back big toe. Looking at your front finger, middle finger. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Sink down a little bit more. Be sure, is your knee tracking over your second toe? Is it caving in? Is it splaying out? Find that center. Even if you're here. And then slowly come down. Side angle, bringing your left forearm onto your left thigh. Open it up, taking your flashlight and shining it high to the sky. And breathe. Exhale, super sweep. Both arms down to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog, or go high to low. Let it flow. Here we go. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high, knees low. Look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, super sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Closing your eyes, taking a moment, finding your breath. Inhale, super sweep up. And exhale, hands down to your side. Good. We're going to open up wide into the mat. It's a nice big triangle, opening up your arms nice and wide. Inhale, flip your palms for a baby back bend, and exhale, fold forward, nice long back. As you fold forward, reaching towards either your calves or your ankles, or maybe all the way down. Just see where you are. Try to keep your back nice and long. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your left palm onto the mat, directly below your nose, keeping your hips level. Imagine as if you have a can of pop or a glass of wine right there on your sacrum. And inhale, right arm up for a baby twist. Again, you can keep your head down, look to the side, or look up. You can bring your right arm, again, trying to grab your left thigh. Here we are for a little bit of a twist. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, directly place your right hand where your left palm was. And inhale, bringing your left arm up high to the sky, finding that twist in your torso, keeping your hips level. And exhale, bringing your palm behind your back, possibly grabbing for your right thigh. And breathe. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, down to the mat. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, hands to your hips. Come all the way back up, nice flat back. Exhale, bringing your right foot to your left. And bringing your hands to your side and breathe. Good. Let's do that again one more time. Inhale, super sweeping your arms up high to the sky. Let your legs be nice and wide like a triangle. Arms out nice and wide. And exhale, fold forward, nice wide arms, and come all the way down. Placing both hands onto the mat. Imagining your head coming all the way down to the mat, and you can keep a nice soft bend in your knees here. So we want to keep rooted and down into the earth. So a little bit of a bend is okay, because as we lengthen and warm up the muscle tissues, then that way we create space and have more places for it to go. So we never want to hyperextend and have our knees pushed behind and have it super locked. Then we block off all of the energy. So keeping both hands onto the mat, leaning forward. Inhale, bringing arms up to your hips. Come all the way up. And exhale, bringing your right foot to your left. Hands to your side. Good. Breathe. One more twist, and then we're going to come to the mat. And down for mat exercises, poses. Inhale, super sweep arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, closing your eyes, really rooting down, rooting into the earth with your feet, engaging your glutes, engaging your quads, and breathe. We're going to do an eagle pose, gently opening up your eyes. Inhale, super sweep, arms up high to the sky. Identifying your left or your, there you go. Identifying your right hand. So maybe give it a little shake. Yes, this is my right one. And exhale, swing it underneath your left arm. So your right elbow is underneath your left elbow. See if you can twist your hands around like this. If this is too much, bring your palms to your shoulders. And then we're going to exhale, sit down into our chair, shifting all of your weight into your left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale for a twist. You can put your foot on the mat. You can twist your foot behind your calf, tucking your tail, engaging your core, exhaling, sitting down a little bit more. Being sure to keep your elbows and your knees in alignment so you're not all twisted and janky here. And squeeze everything out. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale your elbows up towards your shoulders and pulling your forearms away from your face. And sit down a little bit more. And inhale, super sweep, arms up, release everything. Identifying your left hand. Exhale, swing your left arm underneath your right. Inhale, you can inhale your elbows up. And exhale, sink down into your chair. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Shifting all of your weight into your right leg. Inhale, left leg lifts and crosses over your right leg. And exhale, sit down a little bit more. Again, it's okay if you need to keep your left foot onto the mat. This is our eagle pose. Inhale, elbows up towards your shoulders, pulling your forearms away from your face. Inhale, super sweet, release everything, let it all go. And exhale, shake it on out. Woo! Is everyone feeling it? You're warming up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Give a little bow to your standing series, and let's come down to the mat. So we'll come down into a quick shavasana just to release everything, opening everything up. Inhale your arms up over your head. And stretch it out nice and long. Keeping your shoulders on the mat, tucking your tail, feeling your sacrum fall onto the mat. Flexing your toes up to your nose. We'll inhale, sit all the way up. Nice flat back. Double exhale, forward fold. Reach for your feet, for your shins, your ankles, the bottom of your feet. And inhale and release, and we'll let it all go. You can give a little shimmy shake, let it out. See how you're feeling in your body. We're gonna bring your left leg in. Take your right leg and cross it over. So a little bit like we started earlier, but we were in a cross-legged, and this time we're just sitting up on one sits bone, two sits bones. Bringing your knee up, placing your right hand behind your sacrum. If you need to, you can always put a block here for a little bit extra to push yourself all the way up. Inhale, left arm up high to the sky. Exhale, bring it on the outside of your right knee for a twist, a seated twist. And see, every time you inhale a little bit, release just a fuzz, and then exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, release a little, exhale, twist a little deeper. Good. Inhale, release, let everything come up, and we'll switch to the other side. Crossing your left leg over your right, tucking your right leg underneath, being sure to sit on both sits bones, pulling in your left leg as close as you can, making sure that it's still up. You want to make sure it's not flopping over to the side. So if you need to, just come out a little bit, sitting up nice and tall, placing your left hand behind your sacrum. Again, if you need a little cushion, feel free. It helps pop up your spines to stack each vertebrae up a little bit taller. Inhale, right arm up high to the sky, nice and long. Exhale, bringing your right elbow outside your left knee for a twist. Opening up the spine, letting the fluids move through each vertebrae. Each time you inhale a little bit, release, exhale, twist a little bit more. See if you can twist a little bit more with your eyes. Good. Twist one more time. And exhale, release, let it all go. Let your legs out, shimmy, shake. Give them a good shake out. Good. We'll go ahead and let's do a pigeon pose. So we can do it two ways. We can do the traditional way or on your back in the shape of a figure four. So do what feels good for you. So let's come back into our downward facing dog like we did in the beginning. And I promise we won't be doing a bunch of chaturangas. Just inhale your right leg, lift up high to the sky and bring it through. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow, placing your right foot and ankle onto the mat. Try and getting your top leg square to the top of your mat, letting your left leg be nice and long. So before we start to fold or do anything, let's come up here, pulling right hip back, left hip forward, finding the length in your spine. And then if you want to, you can slowly come down. This again is a nice place for blocks. You could always put a block underneath your third eye if you're not coming all the way down. You can always come all the way down to the mat and keep your torso nice and long. So you can stack your hands, you can stack your fists to place your forehead onto your fists. And if this is too much, come to your back. You can either stay where you're at or come to your back, bringing both feet flat on the floor. Make a figure four with your feet. Inhale, bringing your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. So now we have our figure four. Inhaling your left foot up off the mat. Find your right hand and slip it through that hole of the four, grabbing behind your left thigh. So left hand outside of your left thigh, clasping your hands underneath, taking your right elbow and pushing it on your right knee and bring your knees towards your chest. You should really feel a good stretch right in through here in your glutes. And again, be sure to keep them in alignment. Keep your left hip in alignment. See if your legs start to splay to the right or too far to the left. Finding that center. Inhaling, release a little bit. Exhale, pull it in a little bit more. And breathe. You can close your eyes here. And just notice the sensations. And finding your breath. This is a very intense pose. We did a lot of work today. Waking up a lot of muscles, a lot of tissues, getting a lot of fluid moving, wringing out what no longer serves us, making room for all the yummy goodness. And breathe. And gently, slowly coming out of this pose. If you're on your back, bringing your left foot down to the mat. Right foot out onto the mat. Lengthen out your torso, lengthen out your body. And we'll do the other side. So if you're doing traditional pigeon pose, you know what to do. Otherwise, we'll bring both feet flat on the mat. Inhaling, bringing your left ankle over your right knee. Inhale your right foot up off the mat. Identify your left hand. Thread it through your thighs. Take your right hand outside of your right thigh and clasp behind your right thigh. Taking your left elbow, and you can push onto your left knee to give a little bit more of a stretch. Pigeon pose. Lots and lots of emotions are held in our hips. This is a great way to release. Can be very intense. Again, each time you inhale, you can release a little, and exhale, pull towards your face a little bit more. Okay. You can close your eyes. We're going to hang out here for a little bit longer than you probably like, and that's okay. Take 3 more breaths at your own pace. When you're ready, go ahead and release everything onto the mat. Lengthen out your body nice and long for a quick savasana, our corpse pose, releasing what no longer serves us, finding a little reset, letting the body reconnect. Here we go for wind removing pose. And listen carefully, I do this a little bit different than traditionally because I am a massage therapist and I believe in peristalsis. So we want to clean out our hose first. So wind removing pose. Inhale your left knee up towards your left armpit, grabbing on the outside with your left hand, taking your right hand, grabbing a little bit more. Flexing your right toes towards your nose, keeping your head flat on the mat, nice long, neck nice and long, and squeeze. Squeeze your left leg outside your left rib cage, keeping both shoulders onto the mat, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So we're working the descending colon right now. And take a couple breaths. Taking your right hand outside of your left knee, draw your left leg across your right side body, keeping both shoulders on the mat. This is more important than trying to get your knee to the mat. So it's okay if your knee is floating in the air, as long as both shoulders are on the mat. You're still getting the same amount of benefit, the same amount of twist, the wringing, the stretching, the lengthening. Remember, yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Every day is different in your body. Some days we feel really loose and free and limber, and other days, not so much. Inhaling, bringing your left knee back across the center, outside your left rib cage, flexing your right toes to your nose for another nice squeeze. And exhale, releasing your left leg nice and long. Take a breath here. Inhale, both knees up towards your chest. You can grab outside, grabbing for opposite elbows, keeping your sacrum flat on the ground. So if you pop up a little bit, then release a little bit and let your sacrum come down, and then just squeeze your thighs into your chest from here. This time we're working our transverse colon. And giving a nice squeeze. This is also a nice little hug, bringing in the energy. Giving yourself a little extra self-care, self-love. We're also squeezing off our lymph system for the lower half of the body. So when we release, let's go ahead and exhale. Release everything down. Whoosh. Now all of the lymph system has a good blood flow, good flow moving towards the lower half of our body. This time we're going to inhale our right knee outside our right rib cage, Right knee up towards your right shoulder, flexing your left toes to your nose. This way it gives a little extra stretch in your hip flexors on the left side, pulling your knee a little bit closer towards your shoulder. And breathe. Squeeze. Ascending colon. So we're working our way around the clock. Taking your left hand outside your right knee, drag across your right side body. Again, keeping both shoulders flat on the mat. So if your shoulder pops up, then I want to see your knee come back up. Let your shoulders lay down for a twist. Inhale back to center for a nice little squeeze. And exhale, releasing both legs onto the mat. Taking a breath here. Inhaling both knees up to your chest, wrapping your arms around your knees, this time lifting your sacrum and your head up off the mat, and squeeze everything. Squeeze your face, squeeze your hair, squeeze your toes, squeeze all of your muscles. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And when you think you can't squeeze anymore, squeeze one more time and breathe and squeeze. And exhale, release it all out for your final Shavasana, your corpse pose. This is the peak pose, the king poses of all poses. This is what we worked for, 100% effort for 100% relaxation. Finding your breath, finding your peace. And when your mind wanders, just always come back to your breath. We're going to lay here for a little bit longer in our Shavasana. I may ring a few bells and have some sound bowls to bring you deeper into your Shavasana. If you have blankets or pillows that you want to wrap around you to keep you nice and warm, this is your time. Maybe taking inventory on your body, in your mind, how you're feeling from when we first showed up and started. Without any judgment. Look from above. Look as if you're the seer from above, looking down, shining. Finding the peace and ease in your breath. The peace and ease in your mind. Taking a moment of gratitude. Taking a moment for your breath. And when we're finished completely, I will ring the bell 3 times. For now, just let the soothing sounds wash over you as you fall deeper into this meditation. Of peace. Gently coming back to this space, coming back to this body, becoming fully present and aware, keeping your eyes closed, rolling over onto your left feminine divine side in a fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly and gently and ease in your body. Lay on this left side. So Shavasana, corpse pose. It's the shedding, it's the releasing of what no longer serves you. As you come into this fetal position, into this place of rebirth, gently and slowly pushing yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed, letting your head come up last. Sitting tall up on your sits bones, lengthening out your spine, keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands to your heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up, being fully present, feeling the love and the strength and the energy of the community, feeling the breath, feeling the unity, yoking, harmony, peace, and ease from inside. Finding peace and gratitude knowing that you hold the whole universe and beyond in the palm of your two hands. And if you ever need any help, all you have to do is reach out and ask. As always, it has been my utmost pleasure and happiness to guide you through your moving meditation as we move through the new year with this new fresh body and mind. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here and letting me guide you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next go around. We will be having class on Thursday at 5:30. So bring your journals, bring your cozy comfies. We will be doing some meditation and some journaling. We might do a little bit of yin or some yoga nidra. So again, you can wear your jammies and be prepared to come with an open mind and any questions or any topics that you feel like you need to discuss or get off your chest. That's what Max Wellness is. We're a community for women, and this is our free open space to completely be ourselves without any judgment, just love and support. So thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Namaste. Ah.